Hi everybody, welcome back to EPN's videocast series. Today I have a special guest here, Siddharth Sanghvi, who is the general manager of worldofgood.com. Welcome, Sid.
Thanks.
Per some of your feedback, we wanted to get a few guest speakers in here, and we had met with Sid a couple of weeks ago internally and had a really good conversation about what they do. And we thought it'd be really exciting to get him in front of you all. So we thought we'd go ahead and interview him and ask him a few questions, and then have him talk to you guys about what his world and his marketplace is all about. So again, welcome. And Sid, so just real quick, what is World of Good?
First, thanks for having me. World of Good, it's basically a fair trade and sustainable marketplace. It's an eBay marketplace, and it's basically a place where you go to buy products that are ethically sourced, whether they're fair trade or they're eco-friendly or green. It's one place where you can find it all. Just like eBay, it's a multi-seller marketplace, so we have hundreds of sellers selling their products, and it's the way it's different from eBay is that it requires an additional level before a seller can sell on the marketplace. They have to be a partner with one of the 43 nonprofits that we are affiliated with, just to ensure that all the products they bring on actually do the good that they promise that they do. So It's basically one place where you can go to find all the fair trade, ethically sourced products that you'd want to buy.
And there's 3 or 4 or 5 different badges that the sellers have to. They don't have to earn them, but can you define ethically sourced a little bit better?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So there are 4 buckets. They can be people positive. So fair trade is an example of that, where the artisans are paid a fair wage in the local context. Then you have planet positive, which is the eco-friendly. So it's either recycled or reusable, or when the way it's made, it uses fewer resources than traditional products of that genre. And then the last one is, which your viewers may already be familiar with, is the eBay Giving Works.
Yep.
So it's for charity. So those are the 4 buckets broadly.
Great. So I guess why would this be interesting to our affiliates, to our publishers, this particular marketplace?
Sure. So over the last few years, interest in products that are made sustainably, that is, they help the people that made them or the planet that we live on, has grown a lot. I mean, if you look around you, every single company is focusing on that, whether it's Project Red with Bono and Gap, or Clorox Greenworks, or Tom Shoes. I mean, every single one. That's why like Whole Foods is doing really well. Yeah. So there's a lot of interest in this movement, and it's kind of like the organic movement was 20 years ago. So I feel there's like a whole audience out there that's really interested in buying these kinds of products. There's also a lot of confusion. There's all these hundreds of marks, and how do I know it's free range versus organic versus whatever, naturally fed. So just like in the food sphere, there's a lot of confusion. There's also a fair bit of confusion in the fair trade space to a certain extent. And so what we're trying to do is educate the customer. So one place where you can get all the information you want about that product, and also be assured you not only have the eBay trust and safety because you're transacting on an eBay marketplace, but also because of these affiliations with these third-party providers, that, hey, this seller is affiliated with the World Fair Trade Organization, or this table is certified by the Forest Stewardship Council. So, you feel an additional level of trust. And they're really cool products. And so I think for the publishers, as the audience for this grows, there's a lot of relevancy in this having one place to point them all to. So that's why I think it might be interesting for your vendors.
I think you're right. So could you talk a little bit about your target customer? Who is the target? I guess you kind of have a little bit already, but...
Yeah, sure. I mean, and we're learning as we're going along, right? So right now, if I tell you what our customer... Currently what our customer is, it's mostly women. It's like 75% women. Yeah. They have, compared to the US baseline, a slightly higher level of education, slightly higher income level, and they fall in, let's say, 24 to 35 is a large component of our audience, and then the older, like 55 and above, also actually is a pretty large segment of our population. So it's mostly women that are somewhat more progressive, but not necessarily so. We have buyers from all over the U.S., from the Midwest, the coast, everywhere. So it's a pretty good sampling of the U.S. population.
Okay. So I think you may have brought a few of your products. So could you real quick, what kind of products are on the
Sure.
marketplace? And
So,
then can you show us
yeah,
a few?
I didn't mention earlier, the categories we mainly focus on are clothing, shoes, accessories, jewelry, handbags, and then home and garden. So lots of like gift type items. And then I got a few items. So this is a handmade fair trade handbag from Cambodia,
Wow.
and matches with my sweater. It's
Is it
made
yours?
from wood. No, unfortunately, it's not. So this is an example of a product that we have, and then this is actually a really interesting story. These are recycled rice bags from Vietnam that are table mats. So. They're kind of funky looking, but they're also fully recycled, and they're from Vietnam. So this is kind of like a fun product.
How much would these cost? Just kind of curious.
So these would be about $10 each, and we have a couple of vendors that sell these actually. And then you have from the U.S. we have a lot of stuff from the U.S. as well. So here you've got, this is a local seller, and you can see it's all like, she's like hand pasted this and hand done this. It's from not too far away from here, from a couple hours from here, Owens Acres. And there's actually another one that's pretty interesting, which is fuzzy soap. So this is from Virginia, and it's actually wool covered soap. So it's like a loofah / soap all in one.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's kind of fun. So we have like, it's a variety of stuff, and it's pretty unique. And so it's some of it can be found some other places, but some of it is just on our
Yeah,
site.
it definitely is a good gift. You can tell these are good gift ideas, right?
Yeah.
So, well, thank you very much. Just real quick, in 2011, I think, just so you understand, there are some creatives, I think, in the UI that you can pull that are directly specific to World of Good. I think we only have a few, though. We do have plans to roll out some more creative and widgets in 2011 that are specific to World of Good. So look for that in 2011. I know I always do a stat of the day, so today I thought I'd ask Sid to contribute the stat of the day, which is a little bit putting him on the spot. But
Oh, sure, no problem. So I have two stats actually. So one is that a surprisingly large percentage of the U.S. population fits into our target demographic, which is called LOHAS, Lifestyle of Health and Sustainability. It's actually almost 33% of the U.S. audience. So it's almost 100 million people that care broadly about ethical, environmental claims. And the second stat is that as a population, 55% of people would, if given the choice to buy something that makes a difference, they would do that.
Okay.
So.
Wow, those are bigger numbers than I even thought. So, well, thanks so much. Appreciate you taking the time. It's really exciting. World of Good is a great marketplace, and I bought some things on there myself. So maybe you guys can buy some things yourselves or just promote them to your audiences. So thank you again, Sid.
Thank you,
and
Chad.
Take care, everybody. Bye.